Growing up, I knew I wanted to do music when I joined a gospel choir in high school. Before that, I dabbled in writing music on my own, but until I was able to get close enough to real live music, it didn't quite hit me. So I think in high school was when I started to go full speed into music. Coming from China, moving here when I was 11 years old, most of my family's still in China, and I'm out here with my mom. So every year I would go back to China with my mom to visit my family. So going overseas has always been a big theme of my life. And in the recent years, that expanded from just family to going home, to making music and touring in Asia. And you know, I've always kind of dealt with this dual side within myself, this dual identity, you know, and overseas the song was kind of how I was writing it down to make sense of it all myself, you know, and through writing overseas, I realized there's a lot of people, diasporas, whether Asian or not, they all kind of can relate to this sentiment of being away from home, being in a place where you're too foreign for here, you're too foreign for home, but to take that as a blessing and like a perspective that, you know, you wouldn't really want to give away at this point. And, you know, I've been making music for 15 years now, and to be able to be where we are today in Crypto.com Arena in LA, playing at the NBA LA Clippers halftime show. I was just telling my girlfriend, I was telling my friends just now, like, this is a moment that still hasn't sunk in yet. You know, I'm going to watch this back and going to play this night back on my flight back to New York in a couple of days. And that's probably when it'll really hit me, just what an incredible opportunity and timeline it's been, and just super grateful to be here celebrating Lunar New Year's with everybody. So the first song of the medley that I'm doing for tonight's show is a song called Glory, which I released a few months ago, back in November. The song is completely dedicated to my mother, who have dedicated her life to me. And I've always mentioned her in my music here and there, you know, overseas in 3 days. But with my first album coming, I felt only right to really sum it all up in a song that's for her in all her glory.
Joining us in the celebration for Lunar New Year, he was born in China and splits his time overseas. Clipper Nation, he raps in English and in Chinese and hopes to spread love across the world. Clipper Nation, please put your hands together for Bohan Phoenix!
Yeah, and mama taught me better. So when I wasn't home, I called, I wrote letters. Yeah, she treasured every poem that I wrote. Somewhere in the house, she got a shoebox full of those. And every kid's dream is to feel loved. And you gave me nothing but that real love. Yeah, that's real love. Unconditional, always motivational. Sorry that it took this long, but mama, I'ma let you know. Thank you for your love and glory. Thank you, mama, I appreciate all of the things that you had to give up for me.
And finally, the last song that I'm doing today is called 3 Days in Chengdu. And Chengdu is my home. Chengdu is where the rest of my family is at. And the longest I've been away from my family since I've been born is 5 months. So it's been 2 years since I've been able to go back home. And to be able to celebrate Lunar New Year's here with this new family through music, it felt only right to kind of dedicate this song to the family that I haven't seen in a couple years.
Hey LA, if you're having a good time, I'm gonna need you on your feet for this last one. Hey, yeah, hey, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Bounce, 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 yeah. Clippers, thank you for having me. Rosalind, I appreciate you. Thank you for giving the kid a chance. I just want to shout out to all these dancers today. They put together this last minute, killing it. Shout out to Da Wang for the fit. And my friend Sam for making these cool ass doodles Air Force Ones. My name is Bohan Phoenix and I'm happy to be here with y'all.
For me, music, for myself, the reason why I've gotten into music is because although I've never met any of my favorite musicians, I was able to relate to them on a real human basis just through the emotions that they convey, the love, the fear, the sadness, the joy. And if I had one wish with my music, I would just love for people to take that away too, that even though we don't look the same, we might not come from the same story or background, but we share the similar emotions that make us relate to one another. So if there's any takeaway to take away from my music is that I'm here to really spread love and to hope that my music can break down some of this misunderstanding that we have within our communities.
Yo, it's your boy Bohan Phoenix. We just killed it at the Clippers game at cryptoarena.com. I'm still trying to process the whole thing. And shout out my man Tex on the camp. Killing it, as always. Let's go, baby.